The time, the time is 11 o'clock on this late Tuesday night, November 27th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night, November 27th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock and it is 39 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night is Hyde Smith wins Mississippi Senate runoff. Paul Manafort's lawyer told Trump team what his client said to a Miller. After months stuck living in airport, soon finds refugee half a world away. Mexican to grant honor to Jared Kushner. Investigators find body while searching for missing 13-year-old, FBI said. Walter Reed actor shooter reporter was actually drilled, Pentagon said. Officials released video from a general reveal party that ignited a 47,000-acre wildfire. CNN's Jim Acosta is paused with senators and briefing room after temporary ban. Trump may cancel G20 meeting with Putin. Lion Air pilots fought to save airplane before fatal crash. 3 U.S. service members are killed in Afghanistan, the nation. French President Macron says he won't bow to thugs beyond fuel tax protests. Man charged with OUI after failing to stop the police in West Bridgewater. Trump threatens to cut GM subsidies. President Trump says he's too intelligent to believe in climate change. Facebook has a black people promise, says former employee who quit this month, and fewer people will shop during the 5-day Thanksgiving weekend, but all these sales are seen as strong. Look at that stocks now. Up 108.49 points at 24,748.73. SP 5 up 8.72 at 682.17, and Nasdaq up 85 cents at 72.70. Looking at news from the wires. Information from the flight data recorded in the deadly crash of Lion Air Flight 610 showed an anti-stall system was pushing the Boeing 737 nose down. Sleeping pilot overshoots Australian destination by 28.6 miles. Slovenia becomes only NATO country with female head of armed services. Hang glider is perilous trip after pilot fails to strap him in. Students and faculty at Oakland University have been armed with an innovative way to protect themselves in the event of an active shooter. Hockey pucks. Body found during search for missing North Carolina girl. Tornado Margaret facilities mental health service dangerously low. Look at that news from the Sun Chronicle. Puck business gets green light in Plainville. Fire destroys Seek Auto Repair Shop. Foxbury seek legal action against CTEX. North Attleboro's Martin School Retake Library with emphasis on technology. Central Falls prison escapee sent back to jail. Attleboro, 30-year-old man, has been charged with raping a young girl a few years ago. Attleboro invites families to holiday celebration. Gas prices just keep dropping. North Attleboro crash leaves 4 hurt and unoccupied car found in water in Wentham. Dayton reopened football seniors visit Gillette Stadium before a state title game. Taunton gets ready for lights on. National Flood Insurance Program faces expiration. The Citrus sales will play against Central Massachusetts champion Nipmuc on Saturday. Citrus' first state title appearance since 1979. 5 new child molestation charges filed against Cohasset teacher. Rockland police chief struck by accused drunken driver. Local charity steps up for Quincy family in need. Heavy rains and led to an accident this morning on the Garden Islands, 112 unit subdivision under construction near Stoughton's border with Houston. Trapping the driver. West Bridgewater Valley respond. Bill Covenants, the town's local hero. High sewer fees, so controversy needs about town administrator. NASA engineers recreate 49 such that celebration after Mars landing. Siberian unicorn walked along inside humans was likely wiped out by changing climate. NASA Insight Mars lander sends back beautiful selfie from the red planet surface. Right, Professor under investigation of the world's first gene-edited babies. HIV diagnosis at an all-time high in Eastern Europe, report said. Thanks to CRISPR babies, Brexit ethics policy, and CDC confirms 116 cases of polio-like AFM illness in 31 states. Peter Chill News Time. 11:05 on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for a sports report. NBA scores: Detroit Pistons 115, New York Knicks 108, Atlanta Hawks 115, Miami Heat 113, Toronto Raptors 122, Memphis Grizzlies 114, Denver Nuggets 99, LA Lakers 76 with 8:20 left in the fourth quarter, and 7:40 left in the fourth quarter. Phoenix Suns 88 and the Indiana Pacers 87. In NHL scores, Edmonton and Dallas, no score, 17-19 left in the third. Bengals Canucks, LA Kings, no score, 16:51 left in the second period. Buffalo Sabres 3, San Jose Sharks 2, found in overtime as Ottawa Senators 4, Philadelphia Flyers 3, Carolina Hurricanes 2, Montreal Canadiens 1, Anaheim Ducks 3, Tampa Bay Lightning 1, Colorado Avalanche 3, Nashville Predators 2, Arizona Coyotes 4, Minnesota Wild 3, and the Pittsburgh Penguins 4, Winnipeg Jets 3. Vegas Golden Knights 8, Chicago Blackhawks 3. And the Wheaton Lions men's basketball team defeated the Framingham State 69-52 as David Carbonell had 21 points led by David Carbonell had 21 points to the win for the Lions, followed by Dwaka Quincy's 18 points. College football playoff rankings. Georgia Bulldogs up 4. Oklahoma leads Ohio State. Dallas Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence, and concerned New Orleans Saints offensive line. Manchester United and Bomb exposed near Ajax Vendetta of UCL match in Greece. Peter Chill News Time is 11:07 on this late Tuesday night. And it's time now for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep! It's looking good on the MBTA, commuter rail, subway, and the ferries. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways of New England. In Rhode Island, it's looking good, except that it's kind of River Bridge on the northbound side. Also, 95, both ends back between 295 and 152 in the Attleboro North Attleboro stretch. 3 to the northbound side, so after 44 in Plymouth. Southfield Expressway, it's looking good from Boston to Braintree. Pikeland and eastbound, slow between the Peru all the way down the Southfield Expressway. Route 1 at northbound side, at 93 in Charlestown. 495 at the southbound side, Route 20 in Lawrence. Mass Pike eastbound side, so before the Mass Pike in Westboro. And in Connecticut, Route 2 westbound side, also Glassbury, Connecticut. Bear Parkway, both ends back in Westport, Connecticut. 95 southbound side, also on Norwalk, Connecticut. And 93 both ends back between Woodstock down to Franconia, New Hampshire. And 89 both ends it's backed up between Waterbury and the U.S.-Canadian border. Peter Chill News Time is 11:08 on this late Tuesday night. And it's time now for a weather report. Looking at the radar satellite, Nubit shows snow showers along the I-91 corridor from Greenfield down to Springfield and western Berkshire County in Massachusetts from Great Barrington down on North Redmond and to the summer of Vermont. And zooming out shows snow stretching in the line from northwestern New Brunswick, stretching far as west as Michigan and far southeast as eastern Tennessee. Temperature for the region is in the 30s, but much of 70 with some regions in the low 40s, but much of Cape Downs with 40 degrees in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and 40 in Chatham, and 41 in Montfort and 41 in Nantucket. And it is raining around Brunswick and Lewiston, Maine, and raining around Waterville, Maine, and up around Down East, Maine, and southern New Brunswick and central portions of Nova Scotia. Okay. Looking at a forecast, goes like this. Tonight, mostly clouds with a low at 32 degrees. West wind at 6 miles an hour for Wednesday. Most of the clouds high at 42 degrees. Light west wind increase at 5 to 9 miles in the morning. Winds gust as 22 miles an hour for Wednesday night. Most of the clouds the west wind mostly clouds about 32 degrees. The northwest part 8 miles of gust at 21 miles an hour for Thursday. Sunday, parts of clouds for 43 about 28 degrees. Winds north 3 to 10 miles gust at 28 miles an hour for Friday. Sunday, mostly clouds about 42 about 28 degrees. Light northwest wind shipping a calm wind for Saturday. Chance rain between noon and 1 p.m. Then chance rain after 1 p.m. Partly sun skies with a high near 43 degrees. Calming chance rate is 40%. But sunny rain and snow like me. Gunmall rain up to 9 p.m. Mostly clouds for 35 degrees. Southeast wind chance rate is 6%. Sunday rain may before 7 a.m. Clouds cover 52 about 5 degrees. Louder wind begins at 7 5 miles in the afternoon. Chance rate is 45% for Monday. Most sun sky 48 about 33 degrees. That chance rate is 30% for Tuesday. Chance rain and snow part sun sky about 500 degrees. And light and variable wind chance rate is 50%. Right now, Norton, it is clear skies and it's 36 degrees. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. I'm Peter. So you have a good night with a good positive, and I'll see you tomorrow morning more. I hope y'all have a good night.